Lots of you shopping on the rope. I'm going to leave the 20-inch on because we still have the 20 and the 22, so I hope you can do it. But now we're going to talk to you. We were talking earlier about the Nativity stone and the reason for the season and having a beautiful nativity, a piece of history in the Nativity stone. This is our gorgeous angel wing cross, and we have the cross that comes with the chain, which is 18 up to 20 or anywhere in between in terms of the length that comes with that chain. And then we also have the bracelet that is 7.5 inches, but you can adjust it down to as little as you need for it to be because of the links. And Anthony, as we were saying before, these come with a certificate of authenticity, the collector's certificate, letting everyone know they were certified by the mayor of Bethlehem, the high priest of the Church of the Nativity.
It's a miniature affidavit is what it is. Because when you read the wording, the priest of the church actually witnessed the renovation. So he was giving this affidavit that he knew that the stones came from here and he knew that they went to Stanley Slotkin. When you do your own research, you're gonna hear everything that I talk about. When Stanley in 1963, and he was the father of party rentals. That's the first nativity cross right there. And that newspaper was dated 1963. He made it his mission to use these stones to raise money for charities. This is also another letter. Here they are, the family at the Vatican in the year 2000, when the Vatican made the Nativity stone the Jubilee stone. I had only been selling them for a year at that point, but for me, it became not only an honor, but now after 20 years, it's just part of me. And read the testimonials, you'll read them on all of the items. I'm very partial towards this cross because this cross symbolizes an angel in flight and also the Nativity stone. One of my biggest pleasures was when I finally realized that the presence of angels was not just these beautiful paintings on the walls of churches, but angels are mentioned 294 times in the Bible, and they were present when Jesus was born.
Absolutely.
So it really ties the whole story, and there's nothing that compares to this. So when you're talking about a gift for Christmas, and just look at that on Angie. What a magnificent piece.
Well, and perfect for any age. I mean, you're giving someone, like I said, a piece of history, and we were talking about this earlier. If you think that nativity stone, it's actually certified from the birthplace of Christ. It could have witnessed the birthplace. I mean, to think about that and then to touch it and to know that.
Well, it makes every other gift that you possibly think of, a t-shirt, a pair of shoes, it dwarfs any other gift. Because when you do the research and you say to yourself that this stone was that close to the birth of Christ, what else can you? There's nothing else that compares to it. And I've read the testimonials many times. I do it several times a year, but every time that I read them just brings me to tears. Because you hear stories like, and I've heard testimonials with the woman says, I bought one for myself and then my son wanted it. I gave it to him, then my husband wanted it. And before you know it, the entire family is wearing. Tonight we got a testimonial from Mary who bought it for her son, and he wears the same bracelet that I wear, which is similar to this one. And I did the same thing. I put it on about 5 years ago when I made the original. I never thought that I was gonna like wearing it that much. I never took it off. And here it is 5 years later and I'm still wearing it. So these are pieces that really, I mean, commemorate the birth of Christ, but they are pieces with such meaning. And when you realize what you have, it's just such a treat.
Well, and $7.99 allows you to get it home on FlexPay, see it in person. We have the bracelet and we have the necklace available for you, but we're just thrilled to have these back in time for Christmas. The bracelet is a little bit more limited than the necklace, so if you're thinking about getting both of them, be nice if you got both for that, that special someone on your list, and you wrap them up and they had two separate pieces that matched. But I think the story of it and the nativity stone itself, and just thinking about every time I put mine on, it gives me cold chills to think about it.
It definitely does. And by the way, we're down to our last few minutes. If we didn't show you what you were looking for, there's probably over 300 or 400 pieces in the collection. If you go on hsn.com, you'll be able to take your time, scroll through them, look and read some of the testimonials, what other people say about the product. But I'm sure you'll be able to find a bunch of different gifts for different members of your family. And it's just been a treat being here tonight. So thank you for all the calls.
So we have about a minute left to shop on this. Who designed this, Anthony?
Myself and Linda, and it was because we actually made a gold cross with wings and then the Eternity Center. And Linda and I just loved it. You guys loved it. It's made in all gold. And then we wanted to make one in stainless, and that's how this one came. But again, when you see this piece and you see how three-dimensional it is, the weight of the piece is really substantial. The bail is beautiful. The chain is beautiful. Look at it on Angie. It really has a presence. And the bracelet, Connie mentioned it before, but because of the size of that bracelet, you can adjust that, that if the child is only 10 years old, you can adjust that